Hi guys, so hopefully everything goes well. And I can see we already have Jerry in the chat. Now I'm going to start really soon. It will be just a couple more seconds. And I hope the audio is all okay. And if it's not, somebody in the chat, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to take it as all working okay. And guys, as you can see, I already prepared over here. Audio good. Thank you very much, Jerry. Much appreciated. Now, just a couple more seconds. And then I'm just going to try to share this on Instagram as well. Okay, and here we go. So these ones are hollow. So this is hollowed out. This is hollowed out. This is hollowed out. This is hollowed out, and this is hollowed out. This it's full because it's no point hollowing it out. I know it's a little bit thick over here, and this one it's full as well. Now it depends on the print. Before I was printing everything full, but the weight is just too much on them, and I noticed that it's not as good, so I started to hollow it out. And today I'm still going to start a new project, and I have a lot of pieces that I have to figure out, and I have to make sure everything fits together perfectly before I start painting out, because I don't want to chip the paint. Yes, so on the inside they have supports, as you can see. They don't have too much. Now usually I use the structure on the inside, but I don't use structures on the hollow ones. And for example, this one here has no, just a couple of the, I can try to show it to you on the camera. Sorry, over here has just a couple of supports, but not too much. Usually I hand support these. So actually when I printed this, it was hand supported by me on the inside. Sometimes the automatic supports on the inside applies where it's not needed. So here as well, I have some on the inside, as you can see. And this one again just has a couple of them here when you have the risk to have a failure. But otherwise, I don't try not to put too many supports in. And the big base has a lots of support as well. But usually I'm trying to put as less as possible, but that's sometimes is really, really hard. So yeah. Oh yes, hey, Penny Stream. Yes, I'm working on Saruto Geto. It's from Jujutsu Kaisen, and I have this model printed out again for some time now. I always like to print my models ahead. It's just I like to let them dry out. So for example, all of these pieces, these are all full pieces. So I didn't hollow any of these out. These are all full pieces, and these are full pieces as well. For example, some pieces I do hollow out because it's the for the weight, and some pieces it's not worth it to bother kind of to hollow it out, because it's just better, it's more stronger if you keep it like that. So I will not need this piece. This is from a different piece. And let me show you guys the second part of the base that actually it's missing from there. I had to put it a little bit away because I didn't have too much space. So this is part of the base as well. So now the whole base is over here. So it has this huge coil fish. So this will come over here like this. And then I had to cut this piece off. When I printed this part, I didn't have the big any cubic. So this gonna come somehow like this on the base. Yeah, it's quite complex. So when I printed out this coil fish, I didn't have the anycubic, so it didn't fit on my build plate. So I had to cut off this piece. I did key it in, so this key is made by myself. I did do the keying and everything. So now I just have to reattach it, fill it in a little bit, and that's it. It's an easy fix. And then on the coil fish, I will have to do a couple of the holes. But that will be his own video, technically. So yeah, I'm gonna put this aside. So as you can see, and he still has Geto, Suguru Geto itself as well. So yeah, this is a huge project, and on this one I have a couple of drainage holes. So I have one here, I have one over here, one here, one here. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes that I have to do in. So oh yes, it's going to be fun. So you're looking to, oh, looks like, okay, it's working now. I had the Saturn 3 Ultra. The screen lasted me for 3 years, and I used it so much. But it looks like you use it a little bit more, because the 4 is just came out like what, a year ago, 1.5 year ago, something like that. So yeah, you definitely used it a little bit more than I did. So yeah, I'm gonna put these aside because I'm not gonna work on these for now. That will be his own video, and I think that will be the last part before I put everything together. And now today what's gonna be is just be doing some cleaning. So I'm gonna use various tools over here, as you can see. Now I have here a towel, so I didn't work out a good system for the dust. I have my air purifier on, so that's going to help me. And I put a towel under where I do the sanding, so the dust kind of stays on the towel, and then I just gonna go and kick it off and then just clean it. Yes, I do most of the bases in FDM, but only if it's a rock base or it's a base that doesn't have too many details. And the reason I'm doing now, as you can see, I printed this on my Saturn. So this was printed on my Saturn 3 Ultra, And you can see over here, I started sanding it down. On the edges, it's perfectly straight, but in the middle has a little bit of warpage on the inside because the sandpaper didn't reach that. And this here can show you because this was sanded down. Another tip, guys, I will give you, always fill up your holes on translucent resin before you sand it. So if you have a hole, I have another hole in there as well, but you can see I closed it. I have another hole there, another hole there. So make sure on translucent resin, before you're sanding, you close up your holes because otherwise dust will go inside, and sometimes that dust, it's really hard to remove, and that will cloud your translucent resin, and that's only the case if it's hollowed out. So that would be really bad, kind in a way. So yeah, now I'm going to start with these ones, so I'm just gonna go really quick and just clean them up as much as possible. Actually, I'm gonna use this one. This is a really good one. It's really cheap. I bought it from Amazon. I know lots of people say don't do supports on your keys. I always do my supports on the keys if it's possible. Now, in case of the rocks, for example, the orientation for this will be this. So this will be the bottom part for the supports. It makes more sense just to do the supports over here because it's a rock part, so you're not going to do too much damage. You don't have to do too much cleaning. It will be quick and fast. But otherwise, usually I do all of my supports where the keys are. And I know sometimes it could be problematic to put the pieces together. I like to do that because you can always do some milliput and fix it up easily. So I have here a part which I don't know how it happened, but it happened. It's a full piece, but in the print, it got separated in a perfect line. So it could be something that was on my LCD screen, like a piece of hair or something. But it has a perfect cut, this one over here, as you can see. And when I put it back to his original piece, it goes in perfectly. So it's a perfect split, but I don't know how it happened. I think it was a hair or something on my LCD screen, so that made it cut it perfectly. Again, I just have to put some glue. It's not a big deal, but that happened, which I was not expecting. And now this part in my videos usually don't see me cleaning up my stuff. Lots of people think that I don't use tool to clean up my supports. I do, but I like to use hand sandpaper to clean it by hand when it's needed. By the way, Jerry, I really like your setup for your printers. I think it's really cool. I have to look into it to do something like that. Now I have to be honest with you, since I got the new Anycubic M7 Max, the smell it's way less than what I had with the Saturn. The Saturn somehow was leaking a lot of the smell, and I always had to purifiers plugged in inside the printer, and it was still leaking a lot of the smell, so I never liked that. But with the M7, when it works, I cannot smell it, but I still want to do a setup as yours. I think that's really, really cool. But first, I have to find a proper location to do it that way. So that would be something that I'm going to look into it in the future. I left the head a little bit too long out. Oh, Jerry's is even better. Jerry's one of those enclosures, exactly like the small ones, but this one you can walk in. This is a full, huge, walkable in enclosure, but it's the same one as I'm probably sure that you have Penny stream. But his it's like you actually can walk in. It's a table. It's 3 printers in it. He has really cool printers. So he has a 3K Ultra. And then I don't know the other ones. I think they're the GK2 or could be the 3. I'm not sure because I'm not too familiar with those printers. I just know them. They are really good printers. But otherwise, I never owned one, so I don't have too much knowledge of them. But Jerry, it's like his setup. It's really really cool. It's the first time I saw it today, and I was like, "Yep." Yeah, 2 GK2s. Yeah. Okay, I think this one needs a new battery, and I'm not sure I have batteries in the house. So when I go to the shop, I will have to pick up some. Yeah, this will not work. What type of batteries this one needs? I don't even remember how to open this one. Yeah, no, the system you have over there, it's really, really cool. I really like it. Yeah, the batteries are gone in this one, unfortunately. So that will be some hand sanding now. Let me get my trusty sandpaper. You see, that's why it's good always to have sandpaper and don't rely on the tools. The sandpaper will never let you down. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You should do a short video about the setup, Jerry, and just put it up as a short video. Only if you want to, of course. No pressure. So, guys, usually I don't do this too much on my stream. I always try to do it off stream in a way, but because this is a new project, I have to start somewhere, and I already did a lot of work off stream as well. So some of it has to be done on it. So usually what I do, I send out a piece, try to find where it goes. So this one goes over here. Make sure to test with it, that goes in easily, or it's no major problems with it. So it doesn't wobble, goes in and it stay there. So once one of these pieces are done, I put it aside, and then next day, which will be later today after the stream, I'm gonna prime it up and be ready to be painted up on the next stream. So these two parts are the ones that I have to put aside, and I'm just gonna keep going with this. Just clean everything up, make sure that all the supports are removed around the area of the key. Now I know it's really handy to have all the good tools, but nothing will come even closer to an exo knife, a hobby knife, whatever knife you want to call it, surgical knife. Oh, I maybe get some batteries. Thank you very much. And let's see if these ones are good. My wife's just surprising me with some batteries, so let's hope. And then the sensor will be back on. Let me see if it has the strength. Yeah, this will do. Okay, so the sensor is back on as well. And now, to be honest with you guys, I had this piece printed out for some time, but always felt it's almost like a puzzle piece. So I always kind of was, should I do it live? Should I do it on a separate video? And I decided to do it live. So, and the next video after this is probably going to be a superhero. I done 2 video characters. I do anime / manga character now, and then the next one will be a superhero, and then we're gonna go from there. For the next one, we will see. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit, so it's always something fresh and something new. Now on the rocks over here, you can get away with the supports, but I still try to remove as much as possible. You can usually feel it even with your gloves. It's always good to use these gloves because you can feel the supports. If the glove catches any of the parts, then you know that you have to go back there. Like, oh yeah, definitely even that. You definitely should do a video about your boot, Jerry. Like when I did mine, and mine, it's not finished. Mine was just a provisional one. And the reaction to it was good and bad. You can always get the people that hate on it for no reason. Now, I never said that I have the ultimate boot. I said it's something that is easy to do, and anybody can do it. You can buy all the parts from IKEA, and it doesn't cost too much, so you don't have to spend one of your livers. And I see lots of people doing this in just simple boxes, cardboard boxes. And my solution is 100% better than a cardboard box. Some people didn't like it. Kudos to them. I don't care too much. I done something that works for me, and I was really happy with it. But again, it was never was to be a full on solution. It always was something to be till I go to the next step. So yeah, Jerry, I think you should do a video about it. And I'm not sure where this piece goes, because as I mentioned to you guys, there are so many pieces on this. So I have this one, so I leave it over there, it's done, but I have to find the location of it. That will be fun. I know this one goes over here, yeah, perfect. So let's clean this one up, and then we can put this aside and move on to the next piece. Now I have two of these knives. One of them has a straight blade and the other one has a curved blade, and they are really good for different reasons. This is if you want to reach in somewhere deep, and the curved one when you just want to take it down in a couple of when you clean it up. Yes, those comments I never got them, but yeah, you get a couple of people, and sometimes you get it from the people they don't even use it. Anyway, I think my spray boot does a decent work. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but for the moment it does the job, and I'm really happy with it. At one point was one of the guys that actually was going out of the way and message everybody else who done a positive comment. He will go to them and say like, oh no, this guy does it wrong. So yeah, sometimes you get strange people, but we are on the internet, so that's something normal to happen. Yeah, and then even like some of them, they went like, oh, so tell me how clear the air is. I was like, dude, I never said that the air is perfect and it's clear. I just said it's a little bit more better than to use a cardboard box. You see, when it's like this, I wish that they posted a better video than mine. It's something better, but I never see them actually posting something better. Because I went back to the channels as well and never saw anything related to the hobby, so that's why I didn't understand. Maybe they posted from a different account. They didn't want to know who they are. But yeah. Don't care too much about those type of people. I can take a fair critic, but you have to show me something better than mine, and then I will go, yeah. Hey! Ronnie's in the house. Yeah, I just come across Iconic 3D Studios not far long ago, like I think maybe a couple of days. Yeah, I just came across him like literally a couple of days ago. I saw one of his videos and I didn't have too much time, so I have to go back and check out his other videos. He did paint up Nami from One Piece, and he's from Bucklemancer. I always have problems pronouncing the names. Okay, so let's see this piece. Yeah, that fixed in perfectly. Easy fix. Okay, so we put this as done as well. And now let's go to the next one. It's not this one. Maybe this one? Yeah, it's this one. So let's clean this one up as well. You want one of those water boots? I do the same, Ron. I did find some of them. They are really, really approachable, I will say, price-wise. Some of them, they're over €1,000. I'm not even going to think of those. But I saw a couple of them between $400 and $500, which is not too bad. But you have to take in consideration the size of it, because you don't want, because there are different sizes, so you don't want the small one. What I like about my boot over here, again, I'm going to do something with the filtration over here, so I'm going to improve that. But otherwise, I like that everything is over here. I don't have to move left and right. I have my lights. I have everything here, so I can do everything like literally inside the boot. So it's my working area. This way I can keep everything a little bit more clean and contained in a way, if you understand what I'm saying. So those water boots, I don't know, I don't want them to be too small, so because this way even you can see my arms can fit in perfectly. This is kind of the perfect size for me, what I have here. And even with you, Jerry, I noticed yours is quite big as well, so that's good. I don't see any problem with being bigger. Especially because you're painting 1/4 scale, so quarter scale, those pieces usually are quite big. I painted up a Phoenix. I never posted that one. It's an older Phoenix, and the base, it didn't came out as I wanted. Hey, Antuna. Oh, thank you very much. You're very, very welcome. So, what are you working at the moment on, if you don't mind me asking? Or at the moment you're not doing anything? Are you having any projects, or are you thinking to pick up some new project, maybe? And I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Antuna, but if that's the name, then okay. If not, let me know. And please share your pictures. Go on my Instagram and send me a couple of pictures over on Instagram, because here YouTube doesn't like to share photos. And I kind of understand the reason why they don't allow it, and that's okay. But I would like to see your work, so if you're willing to share, yeah, please share it on my Instagram. I would be more than happy. And yeah, this piece looks like fits in perfectly as well. So just put it aside, and we know we are done. And at the moment, I'm gonna go with the big, more obvious pieces. It's easier to find them where they go. So yeah, this has already a little bit of a problems going in. So I can see over here. Sorry, I can see over here the translucent resin is touching. As you can see, it's stretching up a little bit. So you let a white mark. So that's the easiest way to see when something doesn't fit correctly. Sorry, Penny, I didn't catch up with you. So, what are you working at the moment? I know you started a new project, but I don't remember. Sorry for that. Yes. Hi, Bean. How are you? Looks like we're getting everybody today. I'm really happy to see that one. Thanks, guys, again for joining in. Much appreciated. Yes, the Majin Buu. I think I'm going to paint up that model as well at one point. To be honest with you, Honey, not sure when, but I really like it. I always wanted to get a model from him. I even have a Fat Boo, which I wanted to do, but I always liked more the more evil Boo in a way. That was my favorite. You see, the evil Boo didn't have the cake on his base, so it didn't was really with the sweets. That was more Fat Boo kind in a way. So when I saw that they included the cake, I was like, The cake was always Fat Boo, mostly. Yeah, I used to watch Dragon Ball a lot. Funny story, back when I was in Hungary, I used to watch Dragon Ball, and I used to watch it like stream, just like for days, not even leaving the house, just keep one after each other. Look, if you need any advice, anything on translucent resin, just please let me know. So, I do scratch the translucent resin, so I send it down when I have a problem with it. So, but what I do after I now you don't have to do deep scratches. I do a clear coat of glossy varnish, so that's important. Before I didn't use it, but it works better. So I take one of these varnish, and after it's all sanded down and it's all done, I give it a clear coat. This will make it even more transparent, even more translucent. The gloss varnish, and then just I'm using. Now this is a bit harder to work with. You have to get some experience, and these are alcoholings, right? So I'm using these alcoholings to paint it up, and I'm using this extender. This is very important. I didn't use it for some time, and just came across of it, and it's really important that to have the extender, because when you thin down the alcohol ink, you can see it over here as well. You can get a lighter or a darker blue. So the extender, it's really important. So you can make it be really light blue or really dark blue. That depends how much extender you put in it. With this one, just watch out. It could be tricky some parts. And I'm just going to show you guys something really quick. This is translucent resin. This is a different project that I'm working on. I'm just going to throw it under the camera really quick. So I'm working on this one over here, as you can see. And this is all, the top part, it's all translucent resin. And again, what I do, I sand it down where I want it, give it a clear coat of glossy varnish, then I apply the alcohol ink, and then again I give another coat of glossy varnish on it. More glossier is the varnish on the finish, better is going to look. Oh, they have another book coming out? Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay. Okay, so, oh, where was this part going? Yeah, I have to send it down over here a little bit. So I'm just gonna grab this. Another good thing to have on your hands, it's a wet wipe, especially when you're working with sanding stuff, because the wet wipe can really help you out a lot by removing all the dust. And then when you remove the dust, you can see if when you put the piece back in, if it does any other marks. Something else is problematic over here, because this definitely doesn't go into his place. Okay, so you see even here on the translucent resin, it did leave a couple of marks, so I'm gonna get my grinder and do that as well. Now guys, if I miss any of your chat, please ask again. I don't mind at all. And you guys in the chat, Ron, Bean, or Jerry, try to answer them as well. When I do this, sometimes I get too focused on what I'm doing and I forgot to answer. I always try to go back and catch up, but sometimes I just miss it. So, to answer that question to you and Tuna, what I do, you have to have is set up your supports really good, so it doesn't go too deep. And what else you can do when you put and wash your prints in the alcohol, leave it for a little bit longer in the alcohol. I don't know, half hour, an hour, and when you take off the supports, then the supports will break easily because they are more soft kind in a way. And then what I'm trying to do is remove supports. Ground Effector does that he just twists it all at once, and that will leave you more marks. So what I'm trying to do is do it like individual groups, like 2 or 3 of them at the time, so it doesn't leave too many marks, but you're gonna get marks. It's almost impossible not to get any marks, but you can minimize how many marks you get. Hi Kate, how are you? Nice to see you, Kate. Thank you very much for joining in. And again, this one doesn't seems to play nice. And again, as you can see over here, guys, this is still that part that the translucent will not go in. So I'm going to grind down this a little bit more. So now again, I'm going to wipe it down with the wet wipe. So this way, you see it's the mark, it's not there anymore. So when I put it back in, and if it still leaves the mark, that means it still has to be removed a bit. Okay, so didn't leave the mark there, but I see a couple of marks down here, so gonna do the same thing. Oh, you have to finish one of the miniatures. Everybody, Kate over here, she's an amazing artist, and at the moment, she done a couple of the statues. I done Biru, the king ant from her, from Solo Leveling. But she done that model. She's an amazing artist, and she's working now with some miniatures that they are really cool. I'm gonna put the link in the description as well, so you guys go and check out her work and support her if you want to. Okay, I still don't get where is the problem over here. So sometimes if you force it a little bit inside, then again, it's going to do those marks. And now we have some of them over here on the edge. Okay, Jerry, see you in a bit. I know you're gonna come in and go out as much as you can. Thank you very much again. Oh, by the way, Kate, last time you asked me about what varnish I'm using, and I just went back and picked up the glossy from Vallejo, and this one is really good. Thank you, Kate. So as I said, this I picked it up. I used to use these on my minis, but I didn't use it for a couple of years, and I picked it up this one now because I needed some glossy varnish. And this one actually it's really good, so I can recommend this to anybody. Vallejo always does really good with his products, so it's no complaint over there. Okay, it's a better fit, but it's still tight a little bit. By the way, guys, if you're interested in this model, this is from a private group. Send me a message on Instagram and I can send you a link over there. If you're interested, you can talk to the guys, and I'm pretty sure it's still up on for sale. Uh, Now with the glossy one, I will say only use it at the finish if you want glossy finish. Otherwise, I will use matte or satin varnish between the layers as a protection. The glossy one is more for the end finish. Again, if you want to be a glossy finish. Now, what I noticed with this one, gives a really good protection. So what you can do, if you don't want it to be now I have to put this part up here. If you don't want it to be glossy and in the finish, so you can give a glossy coat of this, and then you can give a matte on the top of it. But I noticed that this one is really good as a protective layer as well. Now again, I didn't use the Vallejo for really long time, so I have to go and check all of them out to see which one is better. But this one I'm really happy for the moment. So I just want to see if this piece will fit in. It looks like it will fit in, no problem. I'm gonna glue it together later, so I'm gonna come back with that. But it looks like the piece goes in perfectly, so should be fine. So I'm gonna set this aside and check out the... Yeah, I have to do some cleaning on this as well. Usually I like to use between layers to use a satin varnish or a matte, but that depends on you as well, like what you want. For example, on clear prints, I will only use glossy varnish, nothing else. But if it's a normal print, then yes, probably just normal varnish. And guys, if you want to check out Kate's work, go and check out on Cultist. She has the Malt Man, and she does some amazing work, so go and support her. She does minis at the moment, but she did full statues as well. And again, make sure if you like what she does, support it. And then I want to give a couple of shout outs to the 3D painter. He's doing live stream every day as well, and he's working on a really cool Punisher at the moment. It's from Polymind, and it really comes along really good. I think this week he said that he tries to finish it up as soon as possible. So go and check it out. Again, he streams after me, so it will be about an hour after I finish. So don't leave yet. Stay here. And then we have the Bean 3D. He does some amazing work as well. Go check out his channel as well. We have Grumpy Vat, who at the moment it's working on a cool as Batman, but he didn't post anything yet, so go check out his channel. Who else we have here? Give me just a second. The Old Man Painter. He's new to the community, but he's growing really fast. He has some really cool content. Go check out him as well. Make sure that let him know that we send you. Who else we have? Sergeant Major Swa. He's a really cool guy as well. I really like his work. Ground Affected, you're dead. Now, I know he has lots of subscribers, but one more can always help. And if I forgot somebody, I'm pretty sure I'm going to try to remember soon. Sometimes my memory just leaves a little bit out. And then we have the Penny stream over here as well. Go check out his Instagram and YouTube as well. He does some really cool work as well, and he's working on Majin Buu from Dragon Ball, and it's probably going to be one of the models that at one point I'm going to paint up as well. I was looking for one of them for some time now. Really, Ron? Are you gonna go there? Really? And he doesn't even post any more videos. He's just... he does what he does. I'm gonna leave it there, okay? He doesn't post any more videos. I think he's playing music now. I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing, Ron. Yeah, that's a long story, and I'm gonna leave it there. Hey, don't start trouble where it's none. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. And let's move on to the next piece, where this one goes. You try to distract me here from my work. That's not fair. Okay, this just needs a quick cleanup, nothing major. And guys, just a quick reminder, I did change my streaming time to 7 before it was at 6. It just works out a little bit better for me. So at the moment, I'm gonna keep it this way. I'm gonna see how it goes. And if it goes well, that will be the time. I could change it again in the future. We will see. At the moment, this was kind of works for me better than 6. Anyway, we'll be a little bit closer to the time I'm finishing. Our good friend, the 3D painter, is going to start his live stream. So if you still have some time left, please make sure that you join in. He does some cool ass models as well, like I mentioned before. He does all sorts of lights up in the base. I don't do any of that yet. Maybe at one point I'm going to pick it up and do some lights in the base, but at the moment I'm just doing as it is. So yeah, go check out his channel. He does some really cool shit, and at the moment he's working on a Punisher that has to be finished by Friday. So yee! Good luck with that, buddy. Now I would say this is a good fit as well, so put it aside, marked as clean. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know where this piece goes, but let's just give it a quick clean, and then we're going to figure it out in the end. Some of the pieces will go in after I put all the translucent pieces, so magnets. Yeah, I've been doing magnets for a long time. That's but for you it's new. Look, once you get the hang of it, it's gonna be one of those things that you don't even realize that you're doing. And the thing with the stick that you glue it to the magnet, that actually is really cool idea. I never saw anybody doing it that way, but again, I can see how practical could be in the situation that you were yesterday with the arm, when you had to put it in the hand. So if I ever get there now, I have a solution for him, thanks to you. And I think this part goes somewhere here. But I don't remember exactly where. It's just one of those small ones that kind of slides in. The guys who made this model, he does some badass models. I really like his work. As soon as I find where this one goes, I'm gonna be honest with you, guys, this is a little bit overcomplicated base, and it doesn't go here, so... But I really like it. It has so many parts, so... But it's really cool. And he has a Gojo that goes with it as well. I have that one as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to make that yet. We will see. So this one goes here, okay. Seems no problem, so let it clean it up and then put it aside, marked as done. Clean off the small supports that you can barely see. And I always like to clean up my models, to remove all the holes as much as possible. Now, it's not always doable. Sometimes you miss some of it. So I do this when I pass the primer, come back and check it again, and then I fix it. I will say, if you see it, you fix it. And then sometimes when they still get away with it, so even when you start passing the colors, some of the marks, they start to pop up. So again, just make sure that you clean it up. Yes, I done that before. I saw. So for me, who actually teach me to do that in the slicer, and I'm doing in the Anycubic slicer, it was Ron, and he done it before. Actually told me before Mimic Hobby done that. So I have to give the credit to Ron over here, my good friend, the 3D painter. He told me that he can do the holes in the slicer on Anycubic. I used to use the old slicer for my Saturn 3S, and they didn't have that option over there. So yes, I know which one you say. I saw the video, and I do it in the Anycubic slicer the same way for the magnets, and it works really good. Yeah, no, like for me, Ron told me that because I never used the Anycubic, and then when I picked up my... before that, I was always drilling holes in, and then sometimes the resin will crack, and then... Oh, don't even start me on that one over there. And guys, by the way, I'm using ABS resin, and this is more durable than standard resin. But it's still, like, the drill wins all the time. It will crack this bitch open in seconds if you don't watch out and you go too fast. Okay, so this is a perfect fit. This fits, so we put it aside. And let's move on to the next part, and let's try to find this one. Now I did set up this before, but guys, I don't remember when that was, so some time ago. I know some of them, they go up here as well. And I know one goes here somewhere, but I don't exactly remember where. And we have this piece that I know for 100% that goes here. Maybe not. So this is the part that goes over here. This is the easiest one. And then we have one that goes in the other one. So it's not that one, it's this one. Okay, so this one goes in perfectly. So let's clean this one up. Yeah, before I used to use too many magnets, even if it didn't need to be magnet, and it was a waste of time as well. So I always say only use magnets if it's needed, like for example hats or interchangeable hands, or if you're up for shipping and then it's easier to pack, will makes more sense to have magnets for torso, for example. But some parts, usually I will say legs or feet, they don't need magnets. So but if you want to do it, you can still do it, of course. It's up to your choice. But I had a Kratos that I done long time ago. That was made by a friend of mine, and I put a lot of magnets on that one. That statue was never taken apart. It's the same as I put it up. That's how it is. It's not going to be shipped because I'm keeping that piece, and I didn't need to put all those magnets in it. Who knows? Maybe if one day I'm I don't see myself selling it off, but if I will sell it off, it would be easier to ship. But again, now I look back and I was like, I just wasted a lots of times with magnets. He had a lots of interchangeable weapons as well. So that's the OG Kratos, God of War. It's the God of War 3 cover, which is really cool. And yeah, I had a couple of interchangeable weapons, but I never finished those ones actually. So who knows? Maybe one day I'm gonna do a live stream just painting up unfinished parts. I still remember some of the paint that I used on it. So that was like 4 years ago. So I still remember some of the paints I used, but most of the paints I don't even remember what color was. So that would be always fun. To match the color. Back then I used more Citadel's colors. I was mostly Citadel back then. Now I'm not using a specific brand. I'm using whatever color suits me for the project. I always love to check out new paints, new colors. I'm not one of those guys that stays with the brand loyalty in a way. No, whatever works for me works, and if not, I'm gonna use up that paint as much as possible and then just get rid of it. Yeah, on interchangeable head, yeah, you on those ones you need magnets. I have a Magneto that I painted up some time ago, and he has 3 heads, and I just have the favorite head on it, and that's it. Not bothering too much to change it out. But when you sell it through a client, now that's a different story. And I know it's yours has it's a custom model for a customer, so yeah, in that case makes sense to have magnets on the arms as well, because he has the new weapon. Guys, make sure that you check out the 3D painter stream later. I know I said it already, but just a reminder. And guys, if you don't mind me asking you, just smash that like button. It will be much appreciated. It helps out the algorithm. It will let the algorithm technically know that you liked what you see here. So then it starts recommended to everybody else, and then the channel starts growing. And then that means that I can do more figures, bigger, better. I will have more money for the resin. At the moment, I'm only using the ABS Anycubic resin, and even as translucent and even as the gray resin. And I have to say, it's one of those resins that is just good for everything. If Anycubic listens and wants to sponsor a video or send some resin towards me, thank you very much. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna make some nice figures out of it. So okay, Vian, see you. Thank you for joining in. Have a good sleep, and hope to see you soon. You guys, don't forget to check out the 3D Beans channel as well. He does some really nice models as well. He just finished up the Nami, so go check that one out as well. And guys, if you have any questions, please put it down in the chat, and we will try to answer. It doesn't have to be only related to 3D printing, can be anything else. Now, I don't have the lottery numbers, so those ones you will still have to go and find them yourself. Okay, so I need to find these pieces, where they go. This is so much fun. It's like literally like a puzzle piece, and I don't know how to solve the puzzle. Okay, I will have to put this a little bit together so I can see what goes where. So I'm gonna do that really quick. I had this part going somewhere here earlier. Here, perfect. And then, as far as I know, a piece has to slide in here. Yeah, is this piece. Perfect. Okay, I can see a little bit of problem over here with this piece. It doesn't go deep enough. So what I'm going to do... Oh, by the way, this is the coil fish that's going to be part of the base as well. So I'm going to use the conic cutter to just cut off a part of the resin over here. And now let's check it out again, if it fits in or not. Okay, we still have to cut this part down here. Now this ultrasonic cutter, it's really handy. I'm really happy to have this tool. Now, to be honest with you guys, I did get this for free. I didn't pay for it. And I'm not obligated to say anything that's not true. So the only thing I can say, I'm really pleased and happy with it. Okay, something is off here. But it's a really handy tool to have. I will say it's not a must. You can still do your work without it, but it's one of those tools that when you need it and you have it, it's amazing. And the battery lasts pretty long as well, so it's not one of those that you use it once and then that's it. And it cuts really easily through everything, and especially parts that you cannot reach. And again, this brand, it's Hand Boost. It's called Hand Boost, and this model was sent to me, as you can see. But it's a really amazing piece. I'm not using it like it doesn't replace anything of any other of my tools, but it's just one of those tools that it's good to have. Adds to your arsenal. You have more options. So yeah. Again, just remember, guys, I'm not paid by them, so I'm not saying this because I have to. I say this because it's a really useful tool. Okay, and now this, as you can see, fits in perfectly. It doesn't have that wobble. So I'm gonna put this back. I have to say, I use it on every single model that usually I clean up. Nothing is perfect, even if the print, the guys, when they cut it up perfectly. Sometimes resin warps a little bit, so you need to adjust some of the keys maybe, or to have a more perfect fit. And you can do it by hand, yeah. No, no comment over there, but that tool just makes everything go faster and easier. At least it does for me. And I think sometimes I'm not using it enough. I forget about it. But again, now that I have it, I love it. I know when they came out, they were a little bit overpriced as well. They were really expensive. But what I noticed lately, the prices went back down because the more brands came out. So it's more affordable as well. And you don't have to get one because I have one. I'm just saying if anyone of you is interested in it. My honest opinion. Thank you, Penny, for joining in. Perfectly understandable. And yeah, this piece is done as well. So now I only have 2 pieces, 3, to find the exact location. And more pieces you put on the model, more kind is going to show it to you where they go. So this one goes over here, and I know one of the things go there, and this one goes over here, and I already break the key for that one, so that one needs a little bit of a fixing. And this one goes here, and I think this one goes in the front over here. As you can see, guys, this is just getting bigger and bigger. That's what she said. Okay, another thing I need to try out. So I need the piece that goes over there. Okay, so this one goes here. Then this piece goes here. And yeah, this one has a problem fitting in, so I will have to do... Oh no, actually goes in correctly. And then we have a small piece that goes into the front. Come on, go back in. I don't even know if something goes in here. Yeah, this is going to be a complicated piece, as you can see. And then I have these 4 pieces, which at the moment I don't know where exactly they're going to be. It's a small one over here, but I don't look like I have that one. So one of these creepy eyes goes in the back over here. And then goes like this. So as you can see over here, goes like this, and then I think this one goes here, potentially. I'm trying to find the piece that goes here. So this one goes here, and I know a piece of this translucent, not translucent, of this one has to go here somewhere. But I don't know which one. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next part, and I'm gonna clean up these creepy eyes. Let me finish this one. So this one is finished, cleaned up. I'm just gonna clean up these ones. This is cleaned up, and this is cleaned up. So I'm gonna finish cleaning up these parts and then move on to the creepy eyes. And I'm gonna have it figured out everything by next stream. So that will be on Friday at 7 o'clock. Make sure that you join in. Even if it's not a figure that you want to paint up, it's always something new that you can learn. Even by just us chatting to each other in the chat. And don't forget, if you have any questions, just put it down there. We'll be more than happy to answer, if I know the answer, of course. Mostly I know the answers, anything related to 3D printing, so if not, maybe we can learn together something new, which I'm always open for. Now guys, I'm not saying that I know everything. I've been doing this for 5 years now. And I can tell you can always learn something new. And more people you watch, more things you can learn. And everybody does it in a different way as well. Paint, tinning, skin tone. And everybody always, I noticed, they try to come up with a new skin tone. Ground affected, your dad does skin tones with the pinkish, with the zenithal highlights. I don't do that. It doesn't work for me. I do it in a different way. But you can still go and learn from ground affected and do it his way, or you can add something to it or remove something from it, and then you can have something new. I actually have to say I'm doing this for 6 years, not 5. But that doesn't really matter, does it? Now, sometimes I find it that you can find the small supports faster with the blade than with the sander. But as long as you remove it, it doesn't matter which way you do it. Now these parts, I'm going to put them in a separate pile because I don't know where they're going. So we have 4 of them. So when I put everything together, then I can check it out where they actually go. So these ones, I'm going to put them in a separate pile. And then after the live stream, I will try to figure it out. And now let's move on to the creepy eyes. I think this will be a quick clean down as well. Now I have to say, the guys who done the cut on these, I think they jumped the ship a little bit with these ones. They didn't give them proper keys. I always prefer to have a proper key instead of something round, then you can just move around and not staying in the right angle. I always prefer the cuts to be done properly and properly keyed. These aren't just round keys, so they're not the best. So, Selim, you're very welcome. And hey mate, I have a Mono M7 and the new P1 Max. It's coming out. I want to use the M7 for clear transparent resin and the PM Max for the usual gray. it is any good combo. Yes, of course. I don't have the P1, of course, but I have the M7. I have the M7 Max, and I've done the translucent resin on some of my project, and they are perfectly clean. It's just you have to put in the proper settings. That's really, really important. If you want me, you can hit me up on my Instagram, GambitNeo1, and I can help you with what setting I'm using. And another big thing for me, for the clear resin to be clear as this, or clear as this, it's what type of resin are you using? I'm using for years now the Anycubic resin, both as gray, the ABS like, the gray and the translucent. I'm not sponsored by them, but if Anycubic wants to hit me up and sponsor me and send me some resin, I would love that. But it's the best resin I used for some time. I did use the Sunlu, Eligo, all of them. I did try it out. I got stuck for last 3 years on the Anycubic. It just works for me. It's a good resin. It's not too expensive. So I'm using the ABS, and everybody who I recommended the ABS translucent resin, they love it. I did tell them my settings. So again, if you're interested, hit me up on my Instagram and I can let you know what changes to do to your printer. And if you follow the steps I'm telling you, you're gonna get the clear resin as well. Around the 3D print over here, he done the same thing. He had a little bit issues with the other resins, and then as soon as he started to use the ABS like and with the settings that I gave him, he had no problem over there. So yeah, on that side, I think it will be a good combo. I don't see any problems, and the P1, I actually don't know too much about it. I think it's going to be an amazing printer when it comes out. I think it should come out now, pretty soon. My printer went bad. My Saturn 3S, that's Ultra, and I had to get another printer, and I needed a bigger printer so I can print bigger bases from translucent resin. That was the thought behind it. And my good friend Ron had one, and he told me that they are really good, so I went with it. And I have to say the Mono M7 Max specifically, because that's the one I have, it's really, really good. But Ron has the M7 Pro as well, and he's happy with that as well. Okay, one eyeball done. These are a little bit faster to clean up, so this will go a little bit easier. And I always say to everybody when they ask me about supports, it doesn't matter how you orientate your models. Make sure that you do less damage as possible. Now, doing the supports, it's not always... And then you have the Cobra Max 2 as well, yeah, but that's FDM printer and you're not using it as much. Even if I'm telling you, you can print the bases, and they're pretty good. Oh, anytime, buddy. No problem at all. I'm happy to help. Yeah, I used to use the Sunlu resin as well, but because everybody was buying it, because your dad ground affected, when he says something, everybody goes and buys the same product. So they sold out really fast. So for me, it was impossible to get the Sunlu for some time. I actually couldn't order. They was always sold out. And then when I changed to the Anycubic, because I had to get some resin, and I was like, okay, let's try this one out. And to be honest with you, since then, I didn't go back. It's the same price as the Sunlu for me, and I buy it from Amazon. So it depends on your region, where do you live, is what price you get. But for me, the Anycubic, especially now, I noticed the prices went down a little bit more for the last couple of months. For me, Anycubic is the same price as the Sunlu, and it's more available. And I think it's a better resin as the Sunlu. I didn't like the smell of the Sunlu, but I have really bad allergies, so my nose it's a little bit more funky with smell. So that's just on me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't it doesn't mean that you're gonna be having the same problem. So this one over here, you see, it's almost like glass. I try to bring it up, but what I'm gonna do after I sand it down and everything is done, I give a coat of clear glossy varnish. So I noticed this one works really, really good. And then you can give even 2 coats if you want. And then I usually I paint up my translucent resin with alcohol ink. Now this is a whole different things that you have to learn how to use it. But I will say if you wanted to clear transparent, just glossy acrylic varnish, couple of coats, and it's going to be like glass. Now, even with these parts, you have to watch out because if you hollow it out, don't do structure on it, the 3D structure on the inside. And you have to do some supports, but don't do too much supports if you hollow it out. So it's a little bit tricky how you do it. But after you do a couple of prints, I'm pretty sure you're going to pick it up. It's one of those things that I can tell you as much as you want about it. But when you do it, you kind of figure it out by yourself. It's just like maybe you will have one print that doesn't come out perfectly, but after that, it's just no issue. I've been doing it this way for the last 3 years. I didn't change anything. Again, since I have this resin, before that I had so many problems with the translucent resin. And especially, I don't want to say a brand name that I had lots of problems. But resins, they evolved as well. Yeah, they're having really good prices. And again, if you have any other questions, like don't hesitate to ask. More than happy to help. Hit me up on Instagram as well if you need, and you can join my YouTube channel as well as a subscriber, and then you can reach out at any time. I'm streaming every day, so you're more than welcome to join in any stream that you want. My good friend, the 3D painter over here, he does streaming as well, so make sure that you check out his streaming as well. He does things a little bit different than I do, and there are lots of good live streamers over there out, and people who are doing video, like the old painter man. He does some awesome videos as well. The Bean 3D as well. And again, there are lots of options, and I will say go and check out more people because more things you can learn as well. When I started this, it wasn't as many people. It was just the ground affected back then. It was the creative collector, a couple more guys, but not too many. Okay, and look like this piece is done as well. Okay, I missed one of the supports. and another spawn over here. Now, another advice that I have, guys, don't stress too much with the supports. Always go back and check, especially after you prime it. Once you start putting some colors on it, more of them will pop out. And then just always remember, if you see it, fix it. Because if you don't, you're gonna forget about it. And then once you painted it all up and it shows back up again, then you're gonna regret it. I know that because I've done it from experience. Sometimes I saw a small mistake, didn't do it, forgot about it. And then when everything was said and done, I was pulling my hair out because I was so annoyed. And yeah, it can happen to anyone. Even to the best. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. That will get me some more resin or a cool drink. Thank you very much again. Imagine how cool will be if how much publicity I do to any cubic, they will actually send me some resin. That would be so cool. Because then I will do even more advertising. And they will send me more resin and more advertising. The problem is now I have to get rid of some of my statues because I'm running out of space. So I will have to sell off some of my statues and make space for the next ones. I already had to downsize a little bit of the size of the statues because these ones are just getting bigger and bigger. For example, this one, I made it in 1/6 scale. And I had to make it in 1/6 because I couldn't print it out. Back then I didn't have the M7 Max when I printed this one, so I had to go a little bit smaller. And I'm working on a Broly as well from Dragon Ball, and that one I had to downsize it because it's just too big. So that guy, even now, it's 1/6, and yeah, he's a little bit going too fast around affected at the moment. I'm trying to let people know in a more complex way. I'm not saying ground affected it's not complex, but he is a little bit faster going. He's almost like a little bit more advanced. Once you get used to it, then it makes more sense. So I was saying about Broly, he's 1/6 scale, but is almost 1/5 as other figures will be. He's really big guy. So him, I had to downsize it because I couldn't print it out on my M7 Max, the base as a full piece. So you can imagine how big is that one. So yeah, I will have to downsize some of my statues, sell them off to have more space. And if anyone interested in any of the statues, go and check out my my Instagram. I have all my statues up there. If you're interested in any of them, hit me up. Or if you want a custom model, that's no problem as well. Pretty sure we can make something work out. Now guys, this one by Friday will be start putting paint on it. By then I'm gonna have everything kind of prepared. I'm gonna do some work in the background. I already did. I did close up all the holes because I didn't want to do that on the stream. Who has a couple of guys ground affected? Yeah. He always had somebody behind the camera. You see, for example, I do everything myself. My wife helps me out a lot, but she's gonna help me out with the pictures, sometimes with which model to do, but otherwise doing the figures is just me. Editing the videos is just me. So that's why I even picked up now a little bit of streaming, just to get a little bit break from editing all the videos. It's really time consuming. Oh yeah, that's okay. Of course, I would love to have somebody to help me out, to work with somebody together. Yeah, that would be. Imagine that. Hey Frank, if you move to Ireland, hit me up. We can make it work. Imagine if you had a post-prop person. Wow. You see, for me, it's the most fun I have painting. That's when I really kick into gear. But I like this part as well because I can still how you say it? English is not my strong today. You can be more connected with the audience, and that's why I like in live streaming you're more personal with your crowd. So that's why I love to do this. So live stream at the moment is going to stay for some time, definitely. And I really like it. I find it more personal as well with, as I mentioned, with you guys coming in and asking the question. I really, really like it. So again, if anyone has any question, please. If it's something that you don't want to talk on the chat, you can hit me up on my Instagram, Gambit Neo, as well. If you have any problems with your resin or your printer. Now, I'm not a technician, so I cannot do that, but maybe some troubleshooting, some ideas. I had to troubleshoot my printer, the M7, when it arrived. It was printing perfectly, but then I realized that the heat was not working. Just a couple of my friends, Ron, one of them, suggesting me to open up the back and make sure that the cable is connected. And I didn't want to open it back. And actually, that was the issue. After 3 days, when I opened it, it was the same. Can I ask you what model are you working on, if you don't mind telling me? I always trying to do a little bit You're from Germany. I'm in Ireland. So posting it to you will be the easiest thing ever, because literally we are neighbors. Again, hit me up if you're interested in something and we can work out something. And by the way, guys, the giveaway will still come really soon, so stay tuned for that. I know I said it a couple of weeks ago, almost now a month ago, but a giveaway will happen again soon, really soon. I'm gonna focus the video to make a video, and I didn't decide yet the model. So I'm gonna do one at 1500 subscribers, and then one at 2K, and then probably one at 3K, and so on. Again, I have to sell some of the statues and give some of my statues away. So if you're interested, stay tuned and share it with your friends, with your family, and that will come soon. Or if you want to pick up one of the statues, if you have something specific on your mind, you want to do a custom, or you want to make a gift to one of your friends, hit me up. I'm in Europe, so shipping will be a little bit easier. It's not as expensive. You don't have to pay the tariffs. And if you want something custom and you're in the US, you can hit up the 3D painter. That guy does an amazing job, and I can highly recommend him. I'm pretty sure you're going to be more than happy. Oh, I wanted to paint up that Electra. Actually, I really like that Electra. I'm being wanted to do that at least for a year now. I really like that one. 3D Moon does some really amazing. He's mostly does girls, but he has a different style, and I really like it. I think my third statue from him, it was a Lady Thor. I still have that statue. It's one of my earlier statues. I have to say it's not perfect. I'm not happy with a lots of things, but yeah. Every time somebody tells me that they want an Electra, the first question I ask, do you want a Daredevil as well in the same time? And then I always tell them about that. It's really cool. I really like that one. Who knows, maybe I'm going to paint that one up as the next statue. You already my Patreon. Where? On 3D Moon or on mine? And thank you again. Thank you very much. Being a Patreon. Now, the Patreon was a little bit left behind a little bit lately. It's not my main focus, but I'm gonna go back there. And as I mentioned, I have a pretty cool Broly coming up, and that will be for my Patreon. So yeah, whoever is my Patreon, guys, stay there. More stuff will come. So I think you will be more a Marvel fan, if I'm not wrong. By the way, Ron is gonna go back and work on his Electra, so the 3D painter. He's working on an Electra at the moment, but he took a break because he's working on a costume Punisher for a customer. So I know he's going to finish that on Friday. This Friday, and then he's going to be on holiday for a week, about a week. And then when he comes back, he's gonna pick up the work on Electra. So you can check in back then to see how he does it. He's working on a different one. He's working the one from Sanix. The Sanix one is a little bit more realistic, I would say. 3D Moon, it's a little bit more comic-y, accurate, but I like that style because I love comics, so yeah. Ron, we will have to do this challenge that we're gonna pick a model. Both of us will paint it up and send it to each other and just check it out. I think that will do for a cool video in the future, if you ever up for it. And then we can go for a smaller size as well. We don't have to do a big one, or if you want, we can do a big one. Something more simple on the base as well. I have so many cool ideas that I want to do that sometimes by the time that I want to do it, I even forgot what I wanted to do, and then I want to do something else. You're my patron. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Much appreciated to see a fellow Patreon. So yeah, I have to decide, because I said after this I don't do video game characters. Now I'm doing an anime and manga character. So this is Saruto Geto. Saruto? Maybe I butchered that name, sorry. He's from Jujutsu Kaisen. He's a really cool dude. I really like him, and I had it printed out for some time. So after this I'm going to do a superhero, which I didn't decide yet. So maybe I'm going to do the Electra from 3D Moon as well. I wanted to do another statue from him. I didn't do it for some time, so I know he's a cool guy. We will see. Oh wait, actually I forgot. I already have a model that it's next up. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a video of it, or I'm going to do it on stream. But actually I have a Goku that I forgot that I have to do. It's an Ultra Instinct Goku. Oh, I just remembered now. Better late than never. So I have an Ultra Instinct Goku that I have to fit into my printing time. So that's gonna be next to one up to be printed. And it's a really, really cool model. Now the guys, they have a Patreon as well. I'm gonna give you more information about them when we get there. But it's a really, really cool Goku. I want to do an Ultra Instinct one for some time, but it was really hard to find a model that I actually want to do. I did find this one. So I reached out to the guys and they were happy to do a collaboration. So that will be the next one. So actually I have to set up and print that model out as well. So that will be done maybe next week. We will see. I almost forgot that I have to do that. Yeah, that would be something that we can do. Yeah, definitely we can work that one out. I don't remember anybody doing something like that, so that's why I think it would be cool to do it. Yeah, maybe we can make it, set it as a trend as well, and then we can do with more people who will be in. Who knows? But yeah, I will be definitely up for it. So this one, the card, I didn't do this card. So as you can see, it has a little bit of a gap. So I'm gonna fill this one in off camera and just put it up or do something. Okay, so all the creepy eyes are done. And This is part of the base as well. If you didn't see it at the start of the video, I'm going to show it off again. So this is a coil fish, and this is his tail over here. So it's a... Hey, the wrong way. So as you can see, this is the tail of the coil fish. And it's a pretty awesome piece, and it's huge as well. And then this is going to be in the back of the character. And as I mentioned before, I really like this. Now this is going to key in here, so let me show it off a bit. Now at the moment it could be a little bit wobbly because nothing is glued together, so don't mind that. When everything is set up, so I don't know how much I can show off on the camera, so this is how it's going to look. Nice. Funny story, I was just saying earlier, back when I was living in Hungary, I was watching Dragon Ball, and actually I was watching Dragon Ball in German. And I do understand some German. Now I'm not the best, but I do understand some of it, so yeah. And this piece will go here. Here you go. So yeah, I'm gonna patch up all of this by Friday as well, so I have to close in the holes that I did for the drainage, kind of in a way. I do have a couple of them. I was trying to hide them so they are not too visible, but easy accessible as well, and it has one here as well. So I've been doing that for Friday, and then I didn't get a chance to do all of this on camera, but let me do at least one. So usually what I'm doing with the translucent resin, I just cut off the supports, and then here I'm trying to use the smallest, this is an 800 grit paper. Now the only problem with this one, the sanding paper, this is stiff, so it doesn't bend really good. So for this one, usually I use a bendable sanding paper. If I can find where I left it yesterday, that will be, oh, over here. So usually I use these ones. So these ones come in 180, 280, 400, 600, and 800. And this is usually what I use on the translucent resin. So the smallest that I use is 800. And just start removing the support marks if I have any holes. Now, if you don't want to have too many holes, too many defects on your translucent resin, the very good part to start is when you remove your supports, don't remove all of them at once. Don't try to twist it and remove all at once, because then it will do the most damage. What I am trying to do is removing just a couple of them here, a couple of them here. Just slowly remove it, and you will have way less damage. Now, you're still gonna have some. That's not the perfect method, but it will reduce how much you will have. And usually another thing I do, I leave it, the prints with the support for a longer period to stay in alcohol. So the alcohol soften up a bit the supports, so they come off easily as well. So that would be my two good advices for translucent resin. I will say that all my translucent resin are coming out pretty clear and pretty nice. So I have some experience. So if you're interested to do it that way, it's okay. If you have a better way, make sure that you share it with us. Be always keen to learn. Now, if it's a deeper part on the translucent resin, I'm going to do it with the Exo knife. You have to watch out with this one. It can be really, really dangerous. Yes, it's an amazing piece, and he has a companion part as well. He has Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen, and it's in a similar style. So I'm going to do that one as well. But I'm not going to do them one after each other, so I just wanted to put it down, finish this one, because I really want to do the coil fish. Like, I really want to paint it up in a really cool way. We will see how that goes. Honestly, I would prefer if this fin and this fin was a separate part, because then you will have a little bit more access to it. I can still do it, but if these two parts they were separate, it would be actually way better. But it's I'm not complaining. It's good like this as well. Now I use different type of sanding sticks as well. I will advise always buy the flexible ones. It's always better. But you want some of them to be a little bit more stiff as well. You don't want it to be always too flexible. So yeah, you're going to love the Son Goku Ultra Instinct one if you're still a fan of Son Goku and Vegeta, because that's a really cool one. I don't know if you still watch the newer episodes. I still have to catch up. I stopped watching them after the Hero series, I think. The Hero was the last one. Yeah, I do use the sanders as well. As you can see, I have a couple of them over here. But sometimes it's just better by hand when you want to reach specific spots. And I don't want to do too much damage on the translucent. And I know I should use more my tools. Sometimes I get carried away by hand sanding everything, which is a little bit more time consuming, but I have more control of it as well. I have a couple of marks. They're almost artifacts over here, and every time I change the position they pop back out. So I just want to remove them just to make sure that no support marks or anything like that stays behind, because with the translucent resin you don't apply a primer on it, so they don't show up as much. But they won't show up in the final product when you put everything together, of course. So I want to be thorough as possible with them, just to make sure. Yo, yeah, like look, after this I have another Gojo in project. It's done by the same sculptor that done this, Geto. And it's called the Crazy Gojo. It's pretty cool. I don't have a picture of him available at the moment, but it's a really cool one. So that's printed out as well now, so that will be soon as well. Again, I have so many projects that and I like to print all my statues ahead of time. That was always worked out for me really good. I was really good at organizing with prints. I know sometimes the artist, if you do a collaboration, they want you to paint it up as soon as possible. I always like to take my time and feel the statue when I paint it up, to have like a personal connection to it. I think it's more productive when you feel connected a little bit to the statue. I don't want to be those artists just to paint something up just to be painted up and then skip on the details and don't really care how it looks in the end. I like to do it proper way. Yeah, I can do that as well. I will look for to do an affiliate link as well, and I'm gonna put some sanding paper there as well. The ones I really like is these ones. It's by Dispel. Dispel is the same brand that you said that you picked up. So I'm gonna try to do an affiliate link to this one and put it in there. They're really good. I really like them. Yes, I have to be a little bit more active with my affiliate links. I didn't do any. So that one, thank you for telling me that. You see, I actually wanted to watch One Piece as well because I watched the movie, but I'm afraid to get into it because it's over 1,000 episodes, and I'm one of those guys that I have to watch all of it. So I cannot skip the start of it. I have to watch it. Yeah, I like I told you, Ron, my third comic that I ever read, it was a Punisher, and I was absolutely in love with him. And I was too young for the Punisher, to be honest with you. But yeah, he was always. I always loved the OG Punisher. No, he's gonna be. He's always. I'm be trying not to overlap, so it's always after I finish. Depends on what time I finish. I'm gonna finish really soon now. So after I finish, usually he starts at our time. It's 10. I'm not sure what time is Germany at the moment. I'm living in Ireland, so over here it's 10. So it's London time. So he usually goes after me live. So yeah, check him out. You're going to like his channel as well. I'm going to be there in the chat so we can talk more. I can focus more on the chat. Yes, that would be amazing. Okay, I think I'm done with this piece. And I'm going to try to clean up all of them by Friday. So Friday we're gonna start painting this one up with the alcohol ink. So if you're interested to see how I'm doing, the alcohol ink paint up, join in. Now, before I put any ink on this one, any paint, I'm going to give it a clear coat just to reapply that shininess and glossiness to the clear resin. So if you want to see that, guys, make sure to join in on Friday, and we're gonna start applying some paints. And then the character itself, I'm not even going to start him till I finish the whole base. So will be the bottom base first. I'm gonna do all the clear, and then probably by next week I'm going to do the rocks, so all the rock parts of the base. And then probably I'm not gonna do the creepy eyes, then the coil fish, and then it's going to be the character itself. So I'm gonna leave him for the last. So guys, with that said, thank you very much everybody for joining in. And yes, man, like we love when we get somebody new in and we can help out. Back in our days when we started, we done the same thing. We went and checked out channels, and they were really helpful sometimes. So yeah, guys, thank you again for joining in. I hope to see you on the next one. Remember, I'm streaming every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 7 o'clock. That's London time. So please make sure that you check it out. Go and check out the 3D painter as well. He's going to live stream in about 40 minutes. And I hope to see you on the next one. Enjoy.